Hey, hey, what's happening, Landon? Good to see you, man. Appreciate you guys dropping by. I know it's been a while. No, I didn't. No, it's just a picture I got off of Google. All right, you're on Nemo's Dreamscapes, just hanging. Is it the same one? The one at the diner? Hey, stand by me. Welcome in. It's always good to have a new face in chat. Welcome. I know tomorrow I'm gonna have to start a little bit early because that sun's already going down. Hey, what's up, Ryan? Hey, Tapatios. Nothing much, bro. How you doing? I don't know where the sun's at already. Hey, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Hey, you're not Mouse. Yeah, I know. I should have just came over here a little bit sooner, but it's whatever. I mean, it's not like I don't have a hoodie on. But tomorrow will be a little bit earlier, probably about 3 maybe. Okay, I got 6 and 6. All right. Um, Today, folks, we're gonna be reading about Bowie, Arizona, which is located in northern Cochise County. But this is the book. Well, without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it, guys. Here's just a little map that they put in the book here. Yeah, it's just around the Bowie area. Um, Dos Cabezas, right here. Yeah, here, we're right here. And there's Bowie. All right, folks. That's chapter 1. Fort Bowie and the Chiricahua Apaches, guys. The Butterfield Overland Mill established a route across southeast Arizona through the native lands of the Chiricahua Apaches, led by the famous Chief Cochise. In 1858, a stage station was built west of Apache Pass near the spring and managed by Anthony Elder. The spring, located in the Dos Cabezas Mountains, was the Apaches' main reliable source of water. However, Cochise allowed the stage to operate peacefully until 1861. Then came the famous Bascom affair, in which 6 of Cochise's people were held hostage and killed over the kidnapping of a young boy, later known as Mickey Free. Cochise had killed the hostages he had captured after efforts to exchange them for his family failed. So began bloody warfare for the next 25 years. To protect the pass and allow for the settlement of the Southwest, Fort Bowie was established in 1862. After several days of battle with the Apaches, the soldiers secured possession of the spring. In 1872, peace was made with Cochise. The Chiricahua Indian Reservation, which included a huge area of the Apache homeland, was designated. After Cochise died in 1874, the reservation was taken from the Apaches. All except 400 Apaches led by Ch1 were moved to the San Carlos Indian Reservation. Geronimo was one of these 400 who vanished into the surrounding mountains and were considered hostile renegades. Eventually, they were also taken to San Carlos but escaped and continued raiding, stealing cattle and horses, attacking mail carriers, travelers, miners, and soldiers. The small band of warriors outwitted and outfought soldiers many times their number until very few Apaches were left. Geronimo, Cochise's son, Naiche, finally surrendered to Colonel Nelson A. Miles at Skeleton Canyon on September 4, 1886. Fort Bowie was abandoned October 17, 1894. Soldiers' graves were removed to the National Cemetery in San Francisco. The soldiers and their family boarded the train at Bowie for their new post at Fort Logan, Colorado. In June 1911, the fort was sold at public auction and used for cattle grazing. Finally recognizing the importance the fort had played in the final American Indian War, Congress proclaimed it a National Historic Site on August 31, 1964, with dedication ceremonies on July 29, 1972. Hey, what's up, Dream? Five of a Kind Media, what's up? Good to see everybody here. George Washington Bowie was commanding officer of the 5th Regiment California Volunteer Infantry. After the Battle of Apache Pass was won, soldiers began constructing Fort Bowie on July 28, 1862 in his name to protect the pass and the very important ever-flowing springs. Bowie was commander of the District of Arizona from January to November 1864. He was brevetted Brigadier General of Volunteers on March 13, 1865. Fort Bowie began with 13 tents, surrounded by stone breastworks and holes dug into the side of the mountain for shelter. Later, crude adobe huts were built. By the time of abandonment in 1894, it consisted of 38 structures, including barracks, houses for officers, corrals, storehouses, and post-traders' store, a hospital, and a library. Hey, Spittin' Cobra, what's happening? It's Overwatch now. All right. Spittin' Cobra Overwatch. In 1886, the commander complained of the commanding officer's quarters, useless and unnecessary ornamentation. This elegant two-story 13-room house was located between the hospital and officers' row. In contrast, outside the 46-mile square were saloons and other establishments ready to take the soldiers' money. Jim Barrick, the king of the local hog ranch, and Ada Miller provided rot-gut whiskey, gambling, and prostitutes. C.S. Fly, the only photographer of Indians as enemies in the field, took this photograph of an Apache camp during the Geronimo campaign. The boys holding rifles could fight, but only became warriors after undergoing certain tests and ceremonies. The wickiup was covered with Army-issued wool blankets. These temporary shelters were made of branches covered with bear grass, canvas, or any available material. I was convicted of the... This... What? Convicted of the disorderly conduct charge placed on probation in order by the judge not to film the police of Mesa. For 2 years. Fuck that. Bunch of crooked ass motherfuckers. They always got something to fucking hide. Fucking bastards. Fuck Mesa Police Department. General George Crook, commander of the Department of Arizona in 1871, succeeded in removing the Apaches to the reservation. From 1882 to 1886, he relentlessly pursued the Apaches with an extensive force of Indian scouts. After the planned surrender at Canyon de los Embudos failed, Crook resigned from his command. Scouts were sent to Florida with the other Apaches, with no regard for their services. Yeah, man, I've been watching for about close to 4 years almost, the Mesa Police Department, bro, and they're never gonna fucking change. Never. It would be nice, to get a change for the better, but them being damn crybabies about fucking cameras and shit, getting too close and go stand over there and do this and do that. They're never gonna get better. They're just only gonna get worse. At Fort Bowie, Naiche and Geronimo wait to be taken to Florida via the special train at Bowie Station on September 8th, 1886. They were disarmed, dismounted, and escorted out of the 4th Cavalry Band played Auld Lang Syne. Spending 28 years in captivity, the Apaches would have to wait 100 years before returning to their homeland during a commemoration of the surrender in September 1986. James and Evan Tevis are with their children Minnie, Belle, Josephine. Yeah. Yeah, they need somebody to step in there and do something, man, because they're gonna fuck with somebody, and man, I'm just fucking speechless right now, man, just hearing that. That really fucking sucks, man. Fucking violating your fucking First Amendment right to fucking film in public, man. That's fucking free press. And to tell you that you can't film them for 2 years, that's fucking bullshit. This is fucking for them. Fuck Mesa Police. James and Emma Tevis are with their children Minnie, Belle, Josephine, Mary, Louis, Granville, and Letty. Their son Albert died in 1883. Their family arrived in Bowie in 1882. Their home was called the Gardens and had 1,400 experimental fruit trees and plants. Their son-in-law, engineer James Boyer, was killed July 4th, 1893, when he jumped from a train and the tender turned over and crushed him. Yikes. Sidney DeLong and his Post Traders store received $5,000 shipments of gold coins weekly through Bowie Station. He was involved in the Camp Grant massacre and elected the first mayor of Tucson. He published the Weekly Arizonan, partnered with Tully and Ochoa Freighting, had a store and mine at Dos. Alright. Sorry, guys. Damn. I don't know why it said I wasn't even getting a damn signal here. I wasn't even connected to the Wi-Fi. Yeah, I'm here. Several families owned ranches near the fort. When the fort closed, it became a popular picnic and hiking area for the local residents. Picture from left to right, early pioneers Joseph Schaefer, Donnell Riggs, Thomas Adams, Dana Riggs, Will DeBoard, and Will Cox. Wise and family members were photographed the same day near the fort. They are from left to right: Lizzie, Berta, Lizzie Adams, Josie, Anna, Miss Hyatt, Maggie Rumens Cox, and an unidentified young girl. Lizzie Adams and Anna Lawhon are sisters. Anna is the mother of Maggie Cox and Josie Lawhon. Lawhon. Josie was inducted into the Cowboy Hall of Fame in 2000. So S. Graham, what's happening, man? Welcome, guys. Appreciate you guys dropping in. Trying to make it a little quick here because the sun's going down. It's getting a little colder here. Children are on the roof of the James Dickinson house, built with windows and lumber from the abandoned officers' quarters. Located in the Bear Springs, it was purchased by Ludwig and Addie Ruth Nape, arriving from Brownwood, Texas on November 29, 1918. The Napes raised Angora goats and shipped apples, peaches, pears, apricots, French prunes, and garden produce. This house is now part of a Buddhist retreat. Shown up on 1920 at the Nape residence near Apache Pass, or from left to right. Here, I'll just let you guys read it since the train is coming. Alright, Spin Cobra. I appreciate you dropping in, man. I appreciate everybody. You guys are all awesome here. Brody's Jam Cave. Hey, welcome in. Sorry, I almost missed you there, bro. What's happening, GB? Good to see you, man. I hope you're doing well too, man. Hey, man, that's awesome, bro. Oh yeah, get that money, bro. Damn, that train was super long this time. All right. Hey, that's awesome, GB. All right, here's the last page of the first chapter here. Thomas Riggs strung a telephone line from his place to neighboring ranches, the marble quarry, and into town. Had the first apiary and was president of the Beekeepers Association. He extracted 1,700 gallons of fine cat's claw honey in July 1915. He and his wife Anna Mae Stafford and their son Donald walked by the post office. Their two-story home burned in May 1922. Although none exist there today, this once saguaro grew in Apache Pass. Edmund Wells mentions it in his book Argonaut Tales. An Apache boasted to Sergeant Rodriguez of torturing the sergeant's friend by binding his naked back against the thorns of the lone saguaro and dismembering him slowly until he died. Damn, that's fucking gruesome. To retaliate, the sergeant inflicted the same savage treatment upon the Apache. Jeez. Damn, using nature's beauty as a torture device. That's pretty gruesome. Okay, tomorrow, guys, I'll be doing chapter 2. I'll be here a little bit earlier, about 3 p.m. Yeah, hey, it sucks, man, but hey, you're at least making that honest money, man. That's the only thing that counts, you know? Yeah, this is all in the early 1900s, Tapatios. Yeah, anytime, guys, anytime. Um, I appreciate you guys very much for being here, being very supportive, and being very patient. I know it's been a while since I've been able to get over here to do a live stream, but I'm back at it and trying to keep you guys entertained and interested. I really do appreciate you guys very much. Um, if you guys can and you guys are willing to, it's always welcome. If you guys can donate anything you can, you know, just to get, you know, maybe something warm, maybe like a hot cocoa or maybe some soup or something, you know, just to warm up. or you know, it can go towards future bike repairs. I do have a Cash App. It's in the About section of my YouTube. You guys don't have to, but it's always welcome. And yeah, I do appreciate you guys, and I love you all very much. You guys take care of one another and stay safe out there. All right, man. I appreciate you coming in, man. Always good to have a new face in here stand by me. And Dill Holy, you're a day late and a dollar short, my friend. But I will always have the video on public, so you can go back and watch it if you want. Thank you guys, and go back and see if I didn't miss anything. All right, yeah, I'm good. All right, guys, this is Jose G. Um, I'm outie. I'll catch you guys tomorrow, a little earlier than today. Peace.